I am not sure what the weather is for you currently, but there's probably not snow on the ground. I mean, there might be. There might be. I don't know where you're from. You can let me know. But for me, anyways, it is extremely warm outside. But we've got Scandinavia in-game. All right? The only way I could really cool down was to play a Scandinavia game. And this is a special one. So as I said yesterday, for all my daily viewers, still getting over a little bit of a sickness, but feeling good enough to record this one, and things are on the mend for me. And what do I do when I'm sick and I can't cast Age of Empires 2, at least to the level that I would like? I play a lot of it. And I told myself I wasn't going to. I was going to get some other things done. I just played a lot. All right? I'm a true addict, but the good news is we get some good games and some funny situations because I never shy away from playing some pretty ridiculous players. So, what do we have here? Well, I'm in the blue, playing as the Mongols. Ratings at the time are bottom right, if you're curious. And I'm up against Black Forest. I made a video about this guy before I realized it was an AKA or another account for a player who was like somewhat known. So basically, you got to watch that one. It's in the description if you haven't seen it. It's just a fantastic game on Coastal Forest. But anyways, he's otherwise known as Matza. So I might say Matza or Black Forest. But basically, he falls in the category of players who does wacky things. He doesn't like to play Arabia. He doesn't really like to play Arena, actually. And depending on the map pool, usually if there's some water in it, he's going to try some stuff. And so I knew, because he force-picked Mongols, and I had Mongols selected because they can be so fantastic here, I knew we were in for a good one. And I think some people can get a little frustrated when they're up against Civ pickers and whatnot. In my case, I'm like, you know what? I play a lot of games at a random Civ 2. I don't really mind it every once in a while. Could I do it every single freaking time like some of these guys? No, absolutely. I get bored. I don't care about winning that much. But we just got a good old Mongols war, which means we both have the same potential in terms of what we can do. And the big reason you pick Mongols for this map is the hunt bonus, right? Mongols hunt 40% faster. There's tons of deer, which I'm in the process of pushing in. And there's also 3 boars. Already took 2 of them at the start, and the 3rd one's coming in now. So, yeah, strap in. This is going to be an interesting one. I'm really trying to rack my brain to see, if I've uploaded a game like this before, and I don't think I have. I mean, some aspects of it, of course, are similar. It's the same game as many of the other uploads, but this should be pretty cool. Okay, so you have the hunt on Scandinavia, and then you have the water on the sides. So I was thinking, so in a normal game, you always want to dock and you always want to add fish. And then typically what happens is you fish, and then you fight for fish control. So you scout to see, has your opponent docked? Make some fire galleys to go kill the fish. Check the other side. Has he docked over there? Back and forth, back and forth. And then you usually add town centers and boom up in the middle. Because of my opponent's reputation, I was thinking, well, hold on a second. I'm the standard player here. I'm probably going to do the he's thinking I'm going to do the standard thing in fish. And then he's going to try and counter it. And my thinking was maybe he would go for a forward castle or something, because very easy to go for fast castle times with this particular map with Mongols. And the unit with Mongols, while they do have the steppe lancers, I was really thinking it's going to be Mangudai. And even if, let's say I don't fish, right? Even if, my eco's worse, we're just going to be making Mangudai anyways. If I have more Mangudai, I should be okay. So my thinking was go Mangudai or bust, right? And I had some ideas on how I would handle the potential fishing ships if my opponent were to fish. So, kind of a crazy thing about this, I can't believe the devs haven't changed it. You can give me your thoughts and if you think it's fine or not. But so there's actually wolves on this map, and I love a good old woo woo woo. I love to watch a pro player lose a villager to a wolf and laugh about it. But I really don't think that's great for maps where you have to send villagers out to dock. They removed it from Four Lakes, for example. A map where you would go out to fish, and they haven't removed it here. So just fair warning, I guess, unless they make a change, there will be wolves. He actually had to quick wall away from a wolf here. which I kind of glossed over, and it's just something that can happen. So think over here as well. Like, this villager definitely fought a wolf. Yeah, right here. So, like, if you're going out without loom, you're going to lose your vill if you can't quick wall, which, no offense, guys. Majority of you guys, you might not be able to handle that. So, you might be laughing at my mill right now. This is because there's no berries, and I wanted to make a wall. So, good old fast castle with a mill wall, otherwise known as Millwall FC. Yeah. I am no way associated with Millwall FC, if you know Millwall FC, but I am, in this case, going for the Millwall FC. Nice touch, by the way. Talking about devs and, like, game and whatnot, can we appreciate the fact that there's snow on the top of the mill here? It is a bit interesting. I don't know how the snow got there and then somehow isn't here. Like, maybe, I don't know, maybe there's a little fire in here on this side, so, like, some of the snow on this area has melted and it's revealed the leaves. I don't think lighting a small fire in there would be very good, but, oh, okay, the leaves are gone, and now we have flowing water, and, well, that was quite a change. Okay, so I am going for Fast Castle Mangudai, and he is actually playing it as I typically would, right? So, like, if you were to have given this to someone who's 2K plus and said, okay, we got Black Forest or Matza against T90, how's it going to play? Well, T90 is going to fish boom, and then Matz is going to do some crazy Fast Castle shenanigans. So there's always that little mind game. And so I'm just pushing in every last deer. He did make a joke earlier. What's the meta here? 10 on wood. And he actually had 10 on wood at that point. And I didn't think he was fishing until I started to scout around a little bit. And I realized his score was still really high. Like, right now, I've clicked up to castle. I'm thinking he hasn't clicked up yet, so his score hasn't dipped. And I'm thinking he could have scouted for that score at the bottom right to be inflated like that. 100 points per 100 points per 10% of the map scouted is how it works. He's Mongols. It feels very realistic that he would have scouted a decent amount. And to be honest, he has scouted a lot more than me at this point because I haven't scouted the sides. But yeah, I'm going up and I'm going for a castle. But he's got 9 fishing ships. So keep an eye on the resources collected. This game is bonkers, man. I really am thankful that I was able to play this one. And thankful you guys are watching. Thank you. I am closing in on the 10-year channel anniversary, by the way. Crazy stuff. I'm trying to plan something for that. Might make a video where I talk about the 10-year journey. I don't know. But coming up in January... Still not tired of it. Okay. So here he is. And he scouts me. He hasn't actually noticed that I'm on the stone yet. Now, here I am. And so I'm wondering, is he fishing? That is like an easy thing for me to try and pick apart then. And I don't know, like, he must have noticed that I scouted it, or maybe this is part of the plan, because he makes a fire galley here. He also makes a fire galley here. He's doing some smart things here. Also using a fishing ship to scout to see if I've docked. I have loom at this point, so this bear isn't going to be a bother. But my genuine thinking, as stupid as it sounds, is I could just use Mangudai to kill fish. It sounds weird, but if you just sit your Mangudai next to the dock, when the fishing ships go to drop off, you should be able to kill them. The problem would be he's collected 600 more resources than me. Now, go back to his scouting here for a second. He has not seen the castle yet, but he does know that I was on stone, so probably expects Mangudai. Knows his fish should be safe over here, which is really good for him because he had more of his fish over here. That said, it's less efficient, but still. And then patrols this way and finds I have a dock here. So again, my thinking is Mangudai is the way to win this game. And things are going to start ramping up. He's gone for the wall. And he's now gone to stone thinking about a castle. So critical here for me to use my Mangudai advantage. And I could just YOLO push his base. I mean, honestly, if I knew what he was doing this whole time, if he was a meta player, I might have considered doing everything that I did in this game, but just castle dropping his face. Like, I mean, he's just completely dead then. He has no way to stop it. I'm just not that type of player typically. And I would have expected that he would have a castle at home, so didn't want to do that. Oh, no! That's what happened to her. Does she die? I think she dies. It doesn't matter if she has boxing gloves on or what. Interesting how the unit, like, kind of repositioned and looked at this wolf while attacking this wolf. Very interesting. I had that in Loey the Legends recently. I thought it was the player controlling it. So, here we come. And, you know, maybe he was not informed. Maybe he didn't see the castle. I don't know. It certainly felt like the Steppe Lancer did nothing. The villager that was maybe going to build an outpost, that did nothing. And we're getting ready to push. Now, I could push his base, which honestly seems like it could be a viable option. But I don't want him to fish anymore. And so I'm going to sit the Mangudai here, which I felt was, like, really smart in the moment. Also over here. I'm going to send Mangudai over here. Again, I'm just thinking, like, I'm okay here as long as I maintain the Mangudai number. Now, as I sit here and watch this with you, I am kind of feeling as though this looks like a waste of time. And I could have potentially pushed this. But if you think about it, he had the market. If I start to push his walls, I think he immediately buys the rest of the stone and drops the castle down anyways. So yeah, we are just camping the docks. I kill his fire there, and I'm adding another fire, so his fish over here could eventually be in jeopardy. And these fishing ships are being clicked all around. But he's got great resources right now, and I mean great resources. The problem is, he doesn't exactly have army, right? And what army is he going to prioritize? He's probably going to prioritize Mangudai with that castle on the way. So, I want to show you this. I forget if I moved them already. Okay, so watch this. Okay, so he queues up a demo, and he made the mistake. Now, I appreciate it because it gives us content. He made the mistake to say, I know you like demos, which reminded me, oh, shoot, I shouldn't have my Mangudai there, and I clicked them further back. So I laughed, but he probably shouldn't have said anything there. Anyways, I'm up to 10 Mangudai. And I'm slowly going to be killing the fish over here. And these fishing ships are still alive, still giving him value. He's still 1,000 resources ahead. And his resources are looking good to go up to the Imperial Age, guys. He's idling. He stopped producing, which is really smart. And looks like he might be thinking about sneaking a dock here. Maybe he tried to build that earlier with that other vill. I don't know. But I'm going to kill the fish on this side. He's not competing for it anymore. And finally, my Mangudai all are weakening these fish, and these fish are just going to go down. So, interesting game state right now. Because he definitely benefited from the fish. But I have ballistics for Mangudai. I've got 10 of them on the field. I no longer really need them on these sides for much longer. And I'm heading towards his base. So he's going to go for Mangudai. He could potentially get imp upgrades, but think about the upgrades he needs. Fletching, Bodkin Arrow, ballistics, which means he needs a university. We're talking 1,000 plus resources into upgrades. I'm still in a really good position. What I did not know in this situation, though, like I knew he was probably booming, but I didn't know that he was on his way to the Imperial Age. I just thought I killed this fish, his score is low. I am the higher ranked player here. And I typically have a really good results against this guy. Excuse me. So I was just like, yeah, I'm beast mode, baby. Let's go. YouTube's going to be so proud. I mean, I am not seeing a single thing that should really make me be worried here. His fishing ships over here all went down. Same on the left. Now we're picking off villagers on the wood line. And this is pretty much game over. It's what it feels like. Even if he makes it to the Imperial Age and gets Bracer, I've at 14 Mangudai with ballistics, prepping soon to even go for bloodlines back at home. I'm just a couple steps ahead. That's the reality. He can't take stone. He can't take gold. He's got no way out. But there is one way out. There is one way out of this situation. It's looking rough for him. And he's gonna have to think, what is my win condition here? What can I do? He can't afford imp upgrades. I have more Mangudai with armor and attack. And I'm like, at this point, he is so little, I don't even know where to go. I'm just, okay, like, what's he doing? Now, Imp is a little scary for me, but that means he's going to go for Treps. And I'm just like, well, actually, sorry, small spoilers. He's going to go for a Trep. But I'm just thinking, bro, I can't kill anything over here. I'm just going to go in here. I'm just going to dominate. And he sees his opportunity because he sees me run this way. And here he comes. So basically, if he were to try and advance out right now, my army kills his army. If he advances forward with a Trep, my army kills that Trep. However, if he has a castle down in a position to protect the Treb, I can't be anywhere near the castle, and this is me realizing I screwed up. And here I come. He brings all of his vills. I've got all these upgrades. I've got the superior army. I know this can't go up, and here I come. The archer range for him, worth it just to delay things. I bring like 40 vills to build my own castle. I need this castle to be denied, and it will not be denied. And I'm just like, oh, what do I do? So my instincts were to sit here because he probably doesn't have murder holes, and then fully garrison this castle. And I just, honestly, you tell me, what do I do in this situation right now? I tried to reposition my Mangudai, so I'm in a position where I can maybe hit the Treb while being underneath the castle. Can't do that. I'm making petards, but they only come out so fast. His eco is not great, but neither is mine because of everything that just happened. And I realized, okay, I got to try and distract the castle fire. I got to try and go for this Treb. And I hop out. I lose so much to the castle fire. He still has Mangudai as well. And everything falls apart. I mean, I don't have the Mangudai master anymore. And I need the castles to produce more Mangudai. This castle killed 18 units for him in an otherwise dominant game. And this castle's going to fall. These villagers would all die. This castle falls, and he wins the game. Crazy. Now, this is day 2 in a row of me uploading a game that makes me look rather foolish, but I thought it was a really interesting game. And I do kind of wonder where the game goes if I'm not stupid and, move over here. I think this won't happen again. Like, I think if I see someone hit Imp like that after killing so much eco, I should sit back and I should think, okay, how do they win the game? And it's got to be Trebor. So he saw me run to the side. He kind of saw that as an opportunity. I think we're maybe a little bit beyond that. Yeah, so like he's taking a risk, but he maybe catches a glimpse of me here. I mean, I guess that was it. Yeah, sees my army, and maybe he had already decided, but he was going to force the issue and go forward. And yeah, I think like if my army is in the middle here, we're both on castle age upgrades. I have ballistics, I have armor, and I have double the Mangudai. And then the castle just never goes up. The Trep could never advance. Essentially, I feel like as is, he should just be stuck here. He should be stuck here. He probably has to like maybe sell some of his stone, buy some food to get bracer, and then really micro like a nerd. But I don't know. Like maybe that isn't a clear win if we don't deny it. I'm not sure, but anyways, it was a pretty crazy moment there. Really well played from him to understand his win condition. Like I said, like he went for the fish boom this game, which isn't something I'd normally associate with a player like him. But the thing about this guy, and the thing about a lot of players that are on 2K, 2K1 that are very dangerous, they like say, this is my win condition, and this is how we make it happen. And it really felt like Fast Imp was kind of his plan based on the way his resources looked and everything after the fish went down. So was an interesting game, was a short game, and one that maybe I'll learn lessons from. Well played to him. Very fun games there. We did end up collecting a little bit more in the way of resources in the end. Obviously, we had more workers at this stage, so it would have continued to look very good. And I was apparently the faster player, but I was faster to my death. So what does that say? I don't know. But thank you guys for watching. Thanks for the support. See you all tomorrow with another upload. Like I said yesterday, we'll have a whole lot more coming, and this week should be especially packed with some really cool videos. So keep an eye out. Leave a like if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you all next time. Later.